Good afternoon. This is a speech by Group H, Communication Skills, on mental health awareness.
Way or the other, we have been exposed to mental illness, either through books that are supposedly crazy guys on the street, or maybe family members who is affected. We all know some, no matter how much about mental illness. However, mental illness is wider than what most us know.
What is mental illness? According to the National Library of Medicine, mental illness is a health condition that changes a person's thinking, feeling, and or behavior on the daily, and that causes the person distress and difficulty in function. With over 200 mental illness, there are about 1 billion people who suffer from one of those mental illness in the world. It is estimated that 11.5 billion of those people are in Kenya. Thus, the need for mental awareness now more than ever.
The most widespread disorders in Kenya are depression, which occupies 33.4%, anxiety, which occupies 22.4%, and conduct disorders, which occupy 79.9%. Other disorders include personality disorder, antisocial disorder, social anxiety disorder, and agoraphobia. The mental disorders are not as evident because normal people are seen living with the disorders in their daily lives.
Depression, one of the most rampant disorders, is a mental health condition that can affect a person's thoughts, feelings, behavior, and sense of well-being. It is characterized by a persistent low mood or loss of interest in activities. It can interfere with normal functioning. It can be caused by a combination of environmental and genetic factors. Common triggers include stressful life events and medical conditions. If found, it is treated by a combination of medication and psychotherapy. Depression, if left unchecked, can lead to severe consequences, such as suicide. Thus, if you know anyone with such symptoms, lend them to a hand or guide them towards a professional person.
That is another widespread disorder of fear, uneasiness, or dread, which can be normally considered as a reaction to stress. However, it becomes worse when it persists and gets worse with time. Its symptoms include anxious thoughts and physical symptoms such as rapid heartbeat, unexplained aches and pains, dizziness, and shortness of breath, which affect our normal day-to-day activities. It can be treated using behavioral therapy and medication. Not forgetting there are many forms of anxiety such as generalized anxiety, social anxiety disorder, and phobia-related disorders.
Conduct disorder is a mental health condition that affects children and teens, and it's characterized by a consistent pattern of aggressive behaviors and actions that harm the well-being of others. It often occurs alongside other disorders such as depression and ADHD. It's caused by either genetic factors or environmental factors such as frequent exposure to domestic violence, or living in low social and economic environments with overcrowding and unemployment, which leads to economic and social stress with a lack of adequate parenting. Conduct disorder affects more children in low economic and social backgrounds than not, since there is the availability of drugs and increased crime in neighborhoods.
Those with mental illness face many problems other than combating their own symptoms. They face stigma, which prevents others showing symptoms to seek aid, thus worsening their condition. Lack of understanding by those around them, such as friends and family, may lead to isolation, fewer job opportunities, thus making it difficult to sustain themselves. Under-resourced health centers makes it difficult to access necessary medical attention and medication. Sadly, this is only but a few.
Should increase awareness about different forms of mental illness, especially in rural areas, that people may understand those struggling with them, thus lowering stigma. We should be caring and patient towards those struggling with mental illness, and we shouldn't judge them so that they may not be isolated and get treatment sooner. We should also be open-minded towards giving job to those with mental illness, as most of them are capable, especially if under medication or treatment. Finally, we should push the government and private-owned health centers to provide medication and other services required by those with mental illness.
Mental illness is a rising case in the country today. We should thus educate ourselves in order to bring about change and thus spread the word about mental illness. And that is